morning. Welcome to another Monday. Hope your Monday morning is going great. I'm Tim, and it's going to be streaming my workout today. The goal of this year is to do a body transformation, and what's different about this year's body transformation for me is that I'm going to be doing it without any protein supplements. So I'm not going to be taking any protein powder, protein shakes, and no supplements of any kind. So no pre-workouts, no BCAs, nothing extra. And the whole point of that is that for two reasons. One, let me say I don't object to using protein supplements. I don't object to using protein powders or whatever it is you want to use to help you reach your physical goals. You got to figure that out on your own. My objection comes from, not my objection, the reason I'm stepping away from it is one, I've done it for a long time. I've always taken protein and some supplements, and this last year or so, found out some of the stuff that I was taking wasn't able to live up to the claims that they were making. And that was kind of frustrating. And also, because I've been taking it for so long, just I wanted to step away and see how necessary it was to be taking it. And the second reason was my one of my kids started preschool and it's expensive, so looking for ways to cut costs. And if I don't, take any supplements, I'm saving $100 a month at least. Well, that's $1,200 a year. So I am just trying to get all of my protein, all my vitamins and stuff from the food that I am eating. And that's it. All right. Today is going to be and also all of my workouts. I am not a professional. I am not a trainer. So please, if you see a workout that you want to try, I would strongly suggest that you look somewhere else or get some, do some research before doing it. Don't just do what I do. There's a chance that you could get hurt. So yeah, let's get into this workout. Today's biceps. And if I get everything done in time, we'll do some ab work. So here we go. I'm gonna warm up with some 10 pounds. I just wanna give it all. I ain't got you. If I ain't got you. Some people want it all, but I just wanna give it all. I ain't got you. I ain't got you. Some people want it all. that song stuck in my head. Some people want it all, but I just want to give it all. Today is going to be supposed to be another rainy day. So I have to get the kids out of the house. We got some activity to do somewhere. Fortunately, there's options. There's this. There's like indoor fun places to go to. Giant towers for them to climb on. My one kid is not quite big enough to do all the play structures, so my other kid has to help them. It's super cute to watch the one try to get up over and over again and scrambling and not able to do it. So the other one coming over to get them up. The hard part is when my bigger one is getting frustrated and wants to just go play by themselves and leave the smaller one behind. But thankfully, when that's happened, there's always been like some other kid will come up and help my kid up. It's nice when you go like to the playground and stuff, and kids, when you take your kids to the playground and other kids will like help them when they're smaller and play with them. It's very nice. My first kid was born just prior to COVID. So when we would go to the playgrounds, everybody was, a lot of kids were very scared about playing with other kids. And that was alarming to see, concerning. But now it's normalized a lot. Everyone's relaxed. It's nice to see. It's nice to see kids able to play with each other without being freaked out. All right, going to the 40 pounds. Did 8. I should have gone for 10. Good morning, or good day, or good night, or good evening to whoever the viewer is. Working on the 40-pound dumbbells. Quick second, let my arms rest in between the set. Hope you had a good weekend. I had a great weekend. It was raining, which is a not my life. My wife loves when it's raining. We hung out and watched movies. My older kid wanted to watch something scary, so we watched the 1986 movie The Labyrinth with David Bowie. If you've never seen The Labyrinth, I would recommend checking it out. It's a pretty funny movie. It's funny watching The Labyrinth today versus watching it as a kid. You just notice the graphics aren't obviously not as good, but you can see like the mistakes and stuff more. But it's still a good movie. My kid liked it. I also watched. We found some movie on Netflix about puppy ghosts, and she liked that. My wife liked it. Watching it with the kids. It was good. Good weekend. And it rained so much. It's been raining enough that my backyard, the ground is so saturated that during this last rain, some ants decided to start trying to come into the house. And it's the first time in like 4 years we've had ants trying to come into the house. The first time we had ants just um, was first year we moved in. It was like 4 years ago. And we woke up one morning and ants were just crawling all over the around the dining room, looking for food, which was right next to the wall, that exterior wall. So That was a lot of fun. And we'd lived prior to that. We'd lived in apartment complexes. I had only lived in apartments for for the last 10+ years, and apartments around here just get drenched in all sorts of pesticide, so you don't really get any sort of ants in the apartment. What's up, James? I did not locate any of the duct tape yet. So I haven't done it yet, but I will try to get some today. So I do think that's a interesting challenge. So yeah, I did get your message. Have you tried it yet? You know what the record is? No, I think it sounds like a fun little challenge. James wants to do or see me do a duct tape challenge. I understand you take, a piece of duct tape, and you see if you can tear it. And then you add another piece of duct tape, see if you can tear it, and you keep going to see how many layers you can get. No, yeah, directions were absolutely clear. I just need to go pick up a roll. I want to try it. Do you know how? What's the highest anyone's gone? How many layers they can tear it? I wonder if it's like pieces of paper where you can only fold a piece of paper like 6 times, and once you hit 6, it's impossible to fold it anymore. Yeah, because the only duct tape I have right now is the Gorilla band, mostly 7 layers. That's a lot. That's pretty good. Do you know how many layers you've gotten through, or have you tried it? All right. So it's doing 40-pound sets, or 40 pounds, 4 sets of 8 was the goal. Moving on to do one more set. I think next week I'm gonna start doing sets of 10. That with the girls. Yeah, 5 seems like a lot. I knew a guy back in the day that did airplane repairs, and according to him, they use duct tape and a few times they had used duct tape to hold parts of the wing together. Now he was just a mechanic for like a small airfield, so I'm sure they wasn't using like duct tape on like a 747. Or I'd like to say that I'm sure they don't use duct tape on a 747, but given the amount of trouble they've had lately with airplanes, maybe they do. Should probably start taking a little duct tape on airplanes just to put it on the door, keep those crazy passengers that keep trying to open the planes off of them. I do have Gorilla tape somewhere in my house. I'd have to find it. I have like 3 or 4 spots, but I couldn't do it right now without waking up my kids. All right, we're gonna do another set of the 40. See how many we can make it through. All right, 5. So 4 sets of 8, 1 set of 5. That's the that's the best I've done in a long time. I could use it for the challenge. But I can get bonus points for it being the Gorilla tape and not the other tape. It is stronger than the duct tape. Actually, I don't know if that's true because the glue is stronger. I don't know if the actual tape itself. I guess the glue would make it a little bit stronger, but I don't know. Give it a shot. All right, moving down to the sets of 30. Uh-huh. I'm not gonna put duct tape around my wrists. I will definitely rip hairs out of my arm, which is not not fun. I do see those videos where they do like the duct tape around their wrists and they're trying to break it that way. A little hard. last time I was using duct tape, I was using it to um, as a temporarily fix on a window on one of my cars. And when I was fixing the window, I took off all the duct tape and set it down next to me, and then um, ended up resting my leg on it. So I had to rip off all this fantastic leg hair. I won't forget. I'll find it. We'll find some duct tape. Hmm. Felt good today. Hit hit some more weight than I was planning on. A lot more weight. I do think, like I said, next week we're going to stop doing sets of 8 for the 40 pounds and start moving up to sets of 10. And once I can do at least 4 sets of 10 that aren't ugly in good form, then I can add more weight. So it's a gradual process. Should be able to do it tomorrow. So come by tomorrow and check it out. I should be able to. I gotta run some errands today, so I should be able to either find the duct tape in my house, or the real tape, or get some duct tape. All right, man. Some people know, but I just. All right, so we made it through Valentine's Day. And this is where absolutely people's New Year's resolutions really drop off. If you get a chance, if you have friends that are working on New Year's resolutions, still be a great time to reach out to them. I know last 2 weeks it's pretty rough for me to stick with goals. What's up, Bowser? And this month has been, but January was a really good month for hitting some goals, some good weight loss in January, and dropped just shy of 5 pounds. The goal was to do the same in February, but I had a vacation and then coming back from vacation, had a pinched nerve in my back. Man, I couldn't run, and then so I had to take it a little easy for 2 weeks on running, and I created a lot of my calorie deficit from running. So without running, it kind of sucked, but it's better. So gonna do a lot of makeup work. Thanks, man. Or thank you, Bowser. But I definitely, like I said, if you got friends out there or you yourself are working on new goals for the year, just reach out to people, reach out to your friends, see how they're doing, give them that encouragement. And a lot of times, people, especially like single people, will do really good on their goals till Valentine's Day hits, and then they get depressed in Valentine's Day, and they think, "What's the point? No one loves me," and they stop working out. And even if working out's not their goal, like I said, some people may have goals to write a novel or you know get better at organizing, whatever their goals are. So it's good. It's good to reach out to your friends or family and give them that encouragement. And I think probably February is harder for people with weight loss goals or physical goals because again, when they first start in January, weight can really drop off quickly at the beginning of the diet. But usually after a month, it can slow down and you stop losing all that like water weight. And that's when the work really has to kick in, but it can be really discouraging for people in February. Some people want more, but I just wanna give it all. Do you have any goals this year, Bowser? And to be clear, for years I actually never made any sort of like New Year's resolutions or New Year's goals for years. I think part of it was just being busy. Like you have a job, I was going to school, was dating. So between work, school, and dating, like I think those are the main goals. Goal was to get through college. Goal was to be successful at work and find a good good partner. So find a good wife. I think those were the main. I never really had New Year's resolutions or goals outside of those three things. I would probably say it's reflective of the idea of Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I can't remember exactly, but I think the pyramid, it's a pyramid or hierarchy of needs, goes food and shelter, security, um, food, shelter, and security. And I want to say like money is on there, but I don't think so. Money. So food, shelter, security, money, and then thank you for the protection tip. I'll try that with saran wrap. And once you have the food, once you have money, once you have security, then you can move on to better better goals in life. It's self-actualization. So at the top of Maslow's pyramid is self-actualization. I don't think the pyramid is 100%. I think there are plenty of people who can be poor in an unsafe environment that can still reach a level of. And thanks for follower. Can't see who it was. Thank you for whoever followed. The self-actualization can be achieved at any level, I think, but I think on average, it's easier for people to reach self-actualization if they have all their ducks in a row. Yeah, Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I liked I liked taking psychology when I was in school. It was a lot of fun. To a lot of psych. The disappointing part about taking a lot of psychology though is you you quickly realize how much of an art versus a science psychology is. And even the part that's supposed to be science, when you get into psychiatry and administrating meds, it's not as scientific as you'd like it to be. There's still a lot of guesswork. That's why if you do take psychology or ever get into studying it, I strongly suggest making sure you have a professor that's got a lot of field experience, spend some real time counseling people and real time working with people in various communities. If you get a psychology teacher that's only ever been a psych teacher, that can be a mess. Or if they've only ever done one branch of psychology, or tried to help us with one facet of society, it's going to be a mess. And if they can't be honest about the fallibility of psychology, uh, that's a mess. Seen some not great psych teachers. I generally have a hard time with teachers that never had any real work experience on the college side of things. You've never done anything but teach. There's a lot of limitations in that. I think that's why there's that whole saying about like um, those who can't those who can't teach, critique, something to that effect. There's a lot of people out there that are supposed to be the top of their fields that have no idea what's actually happening in their fields. I've heard a discussion that it's not necessarily their fault. There's the idea that um, our brains become more specialized as the years go on. Like they demonstrate that through the ventricles in the brain that go to different parts that provide nourishment to your brain that you use the most, so your brain becomes specialized. And they suggest that the people that are the top scholars in their fields, their brains have become incredibly specialized, but then because they're the top of their fields, they stop getting real questions, and there's a lot of reverence paid to them, so they don't answer as many questions. Their brains aren't critically thinking as much anymore, so they lose touch with reality, or they lose track of what's new in their field. So they never adjust their worldview or their scientific worldview, and they get stuck in a box, and nobody has the courage to like confront them and let them out. So they become captured by their own minds. Any any fans of psychology out there? Funny part is we get all sorts of exposure to psychology, even the games we play. That's where psychology gets fascinating, is what holds our attention. All right, we're done with the 30s. I'm gonna do some couple quick sets of 25, and then try to jump down to doing core exercises real fast. Man, the algorithm on YouTube, my feed, has been spitting out so much Super Mario videos from the Super Nintendo. I forgot how awesome that like game was, and I makes me want to bust out my Super Nintendo and play it as soon as I have some time. I haven't played Super Mario in forever. Not for Super Nintendo. I played like the regular Mario's more, and by the regular Mario's I mean like the NES Mario's 1 and 3. Never played 2 a lot. All right, we'll move on to abs very quickly. It's gonna be about 5 minutes of ab work, so not really abs. What's up, King? King Nick 007. I get slightly dyslexic, so looking at King Nick 007 threw me off for a second. I had to read that a couple of times. You 007, big James Bond fan? Or big GoldenEye fans when I was a kid. Spent a lot of time playing GoldenEye on N64. Excuse me. Trying to get over a cold. Ah, damn it. All right, guys, I am out of time. Sorry for those that just jumped in. So my typical stream is just for 1 hour from 5:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time to 6:30 a.m. Unfortunately, in order to get the kids to school and stuff and wife off to work, I have a very tight schedule, so I have to jump off. Thank you so much. Wow, 3.8 thousand followers. That's a good job, man. Awesome. I will check out your channel. That's pretty cool. Let's see what you got going on. All right. I will talk to you guys later. Thank you so much. Be back tomorrow. Have a good day.